Fair Use Daily Reflections. This is a book of reflections by AA members for AA members. June 14th. When the going gets rough. It is a design for living that works in rough going. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 15. When I came to AA, I realized that AA worked wonderfully to help keep me sober. But could it work on real-life problems? Not concerned with drinking. I had my doubts. After being sober for more than 2 years, I got my answer. I lost my job, developed physical problems. My diabetic father lost a leg, and someone I loved left me for another. And all of this happened during a 2-week period. Reality crashed in, yet AA was there to support, comfort, and strengthen me. The principles I had learned during my early days of sobriety became a mainstay of my life, for not only did I come through, but I never stopped being able to help newcomers. AA taught me not to be overwhelmed, but rather to accept and understand my life as it unfolded. Courage to Change One Day at a Time in Al-Anon, June 14th. Slowly, as I began to recover, I realized what a wonderful gift the Al-Anon program was. It gave me an understanding of this disease, the tools to change my life, the courage to use them, and a place to talk about my secrets and to hear others share theirs. I wanted my family and friends to have all of these things as well. Then I read the 12th step about carrying the message to others and began my missionary work. I dragged people to meetings. I preached what I had learned to anyone who would listen, and even those who wouldn't. Of course, I made a fool of myself, and none of this worked. Then I read the 12th step again. This time I noticed the part about practicing these principles in all my affairs. Slowly, I came to understand that in living these principles, I could carry the message by example. Today's reminder: it's only natural to want to share what works for me with those I love, but when I must share it now, I may be more interested in changing others than in sharing my experience, strength, and hope. If I am insistent on carrying the message, I can work on improving the message my own example conveys. There is a quote by Teresa of Avila, and it reads, "We ought not to insist on everyone following in our footsteps, nor to take upon ourselves to give instructions in spirituality when perhaps we do not even know what it is." Just for today, Daily Meditations for Recovering Addicts, June 14th. Maintaining our faith. If we maintain our spiritual condition daily, we find it easier to deal with the pain and confusion. Basic text, page 95. When we first began searching for a power greater than ourselves, many of us got stuck in old beliefs or ideas. These ranged from the fear of punishing or vengeful God to no belief at all. Some of us felt we had done such terrible things that a loving power would never have anything to do with us. Others were convinced that the bad things that happened to us would not have occurred if a loving power had actually existed. It took time, effort, open-mindedness, and faith to acquire a working belief in a loving higher power that would guide us through life's challenges. Even after we come to believe in a power greater than ourselves, our old ideas can come back to haunt us. Major setbacks in our lives and the insecurity such events can trigger may give rise to the old return. Inadequate ideas about God. When this happens, we need to assure ourselves that our higher power has not abandoned us, but is waiting to help us make it through the hard times in our recovery. No matter how painful our loss may be, we will survive our setback and continue to grow if we maintain the faith our program has given us. Just for today, I have worked hard to build my faith in a loving, caring higher power that will guide me through life's challenges. Today, I will trust that power. Today, Emotions Anonymous, June 14th. Reflection for today. Our higher power allows all of us complete freedom to do whatever we want. Why then can't I give others the same opportunity? Am I playing God in their lives? No, I even go one step further and believe I can force my will on them. Live and let live tells me to let go of them to make their own choices. Just because something is not right for me does not mean it is not right for them. I need not condone the actions of others, but I can accept the person. Meditation for today. May I quit pulling strings to change others. Remind me that you are guiding those I love and even those I do not like so well. Today I will remember I am not responsible for the actions of anyone else. Strengthening my recovery. Meditations for adult children of alcoholics, dysfunctional families. June 14th. Service. Humility comes from God and is a sibling of anonymity, a foundational principle of the 12 steps and the 12 traditions. Through anonymity, we practice service with love. BRB, page 223. In our families, humility and humiliation often got confused and led us to either become very passive, aggressive, or passive aggressive. In working the 12 steps and 12 traditions, we are given a different definition of humility. In ACA, humility is about being the one we were supposed to be before our families infected us with their dysfunction and before we recycled that dysfunction in our own lives. It is about being our true selves. Anonymity is naturally confused with our alcoholic dysfunctional family's desire to keep secrets. The difference is that in ACA, we don't share what others say or tell who was at our meeting as a way of giving security to each other. Knowing this allows us to feel safe to share our own story. When we are tempted to judge, ridicule, or speak of someone else, we are reminded that through this practice of protecting the anonymity and confidences of our fellow ACAs, we now have a higher purpose, a healthy limit that gives life rather than diminishes it. The possibility of performing service in ACA flows powerfully from our understanding of these principles in our lives. The newcomer feels it, the old-timer appreciates it, and our higher power loves it. The affirmation reads, on this day, love for my fellow ACAs, humility and anonymity will provide me with a positive motivation for the service I may choose to give to ACA. This is DHB, which means Devotion, Health, and Beauty, Daily Meditations, Affirmations, Devotions, and Reflections. I am Day. Please like, subscribe, and share. And remember that you are not alone and that recovery is possible one day at a time.